So it's been a few days since I've got my hands on the new incarnons, the Gorgon, the Gammacor, the Anku, the Angstrom, and I'm trying to find the last one. I just here, the Boar Prime. And having I have played a little bit more with them, but also I I've kind of have a just want to share some stuff. So I think in overall they suck, and they suck really bad, all of them. But I would say that it's not even that the weapons are bad, but the buffs they needed, it's just not enough. Have you ever stumbled upon a weapon that needs a riven to work? The Gammacor is the perfect example of one. Let me just take one of these. Of course, now I have the extra critical here, 6% crit. But this thing with 20% crit, it's just, you're on the very edge. It's hard to say because some weapons with 30 or 40% crit chance might perform really well, and I do agree with that partially. But a weapon like the Gammacor, it just doesn't feel like getting to the what it's gonna get to 20%, 170%. That's what I have on my mod. So that's gonna give me around the. It's not gonna be 60%. It's gonna be less than that. So it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Other than that these weapons, the majority of them are weapons that are not gonna work without an armor strip. The Gammacor is one. The Boar, non-incarnon will. The Gorgon can work, but I just feel it's too bleh. It's not really good. But I think the Gorgon is the best of them, is the strongest of them, to be honest. Once you armor strip, this heat damage, if you get a proc with this, it's actually kind of insane, I have to say. The Anku is probably the worst melee incarnate I've ever seen. It's terrible. I even got this build together. I put it at last format to put the main strike here. Let's just take a look on how it's gonna be. So let me get some officers. So Goxton officer. Oh, Gyre. I think it doesn't matter, does it? But I'm just yeah, it's 1,000. It's the same thing, apparently. I just don't have a primer here. Or do I have encumber on this thing? Just to try it out. Encumber. This was another build I was trying. I think I'm gonna change the crit chance to status chance on this one. Then the results might be a little bit better. But yeah, it doesn't seem very good. I mean, pretty okay. Let me get this working to show you guys. And I have Arcane Strike there. The combo generation is not bad, but I just don't. It's so little. I said this was the worst incarnate, and probably worst melee incarnate. Probably gonna be a lot of people in the comments saying no, X weapon is worse, Y weapon is worse, Z weapon is worse. At least this one has a strong heavy attack, and I admit that. But due to what we were expecting, I would say I was expecting something great too, but it is just so disappointing. This thing, this passive shouldn't belong to this weapon. There should be. I even said it in a comment in one of the videos, probably the Anku one, that it should be something like this. Give one or two extra spectral Ankus just by your side, just so you're able to hit enemies close to you, you know? That would be already fun, to have something a little bit extra to cover more area. Then, no, they added this slide attack. Slide attack has more slash and range. But like, dude, if you're gonna add that, then add extra status chance to the slide attack too. What the f, dude? What the hell? This incarnon doesn't belong to a freaking site. Put this on a whip. This is another video that I'm gonna make, but so much stuff in Warframe has been nerfed to the ground. And if you were to bring that stuff back today, they wouldn't work like they used to work before, because you got Eximus. Eximus just invalidated a whole bunch of nerfs that have been put into the game for years and years. But really, Anku is shit. It's bad. It's a scythe with puncture. It has slash and a heavy attack, but it sucks bad. The Gammacor, I'm gonna put status chance here. I think it has status chance, right? Probably has one with status chance. Then I'm gonna see. But the Gammacor, it's one of my favorite weapons. One of my favorite secondaries. At some point, it was my most used secondary, and actually for a long time. That's another thing that developers need to take a look on. That the data that you have here is completely wrong if you use specters, because the usage of the specters, their loadout is actually being put in here. So this is completely wrong. I haven't used the Kuvazar. If I have used the Kuvazar, I have used it for less than 100 missions, because I hate the Kuvazar. I just think it's a stupid weapon. It's my specter. All this percentage is my specter. That's how it goes. You can see Cyanide Gammacor. This is true. The 7% is true. Ballistica Prime. Oh my god. Kuva Nucor, maybe. Tysus. Yeah. Bronco, yep. Marlock, yep. Even the Bolto, the Furies, and the Pandero, but the Ballistica and the Epitaph is not that much. It's a little bit less. But I love the Cyanide Gammacor. It was one of the strongest secondaries in the game for quite a while. Probably maybe an entire year, or maybe a little bit more. It is, for me, it feels like an iconic weapon. The damage ramps up at some point, and with armor strip you're gonna do damage. That's how it works. For this weapon to really deal damage, you're gonna need to armor strip. But yeah, that's about it. The incarnon is the perks. They should be much better to make the weapon really shine. Also, you guys are saying in the comments that the full range is not affected by range, but the explosion is. So that is another thing to consider, which is sad. If the full range was affected by fulmination, then that would be a great plus. I'm gonna say. Maybe I even need to roll this more, but I'm just gonna change later this perk, and it's still, for me, I already like the weapon. It's gonna make me use it a little bit more, because we got these extra perks. There is an incarn mode, but especially there is on the corner there, you can see that there is an effect for the Cephalon Suda, which is entropy. It's gonna give you energy and maximum energy, and that is it's always good to have energy and extra energy. We like that. That is good. The Prisma Gorgon. It is pretty okay. Metamorphic Magazine is actually a pretty good mod, but depending on what you're doing, you're never gonna use it. So I had it here, and I just traded it for Hammer Shot, because having the status chance and That critical damage is good, and the status chance, it will just help you get the heat proc. When you get the heat procs, my god, this thing shreds. The only issue, yeah, again, you have to armor strip, or you're not gonna see a bunch of damage. You might get the thing working, the hunter munition, but yeah. And I'm saying that, bro, 214k on a heat dot. What? That's a lot. That is a lot. That is crazy, actually. I was using this on my disruption. This is kind of crazy, dude. This is kind of crazy. It's a lot of damage. It's really a lot of damage. With Hidden Herit, oh my god. But it's still a weapon that you need to armor ship to make it to really work. So, not the best thing. The Boar. Let's get onto the Boar. I tried a different build. This is corrosive. No, this is viral. Is this corrosive? Yes. This is corrosive. Corrosive and heat. And for this one, I made a change for dexterity, because there is no way you're getting headshots with this. I do it for the testing, but depending on the weapon, you just have to trade something for it, because there is absolutely no way. Either use a glaive, put dexterity, use a glaive prime, or use a contagion saw. Am I gonna get the 6 stacks? I'm gonna be short on 1. Now I'm gonna get it. Yep. Let's see what this thing will do. This is actually an attempt. I used this on lower levels and it was working just fine, but maybe here it won't work as well. We have the damage there and more damage. I think I'm using permanent point blank now to help with the damage. I was thinking that maybe this has a problem that the problem is it's missing base damage or something, but it's kind of not. This will happen a little bit when it's tricky to use. Again, armor stripping kills, but if you need to armor strip, then the weapon already falls behind by quite a bit. That is a problem. And it's the heat damage doing the real damage there. If you were to trade for fire, it would be much better. Against infested, who knows? It might be one of the great weapons against infested, but there is a lot of weapons that are good against infested. Last but not least, the Angstrom. Actually getting... Oh, there's another thing. Let me see. Ammo capacity. If there is a reload... There is something that I put on the Gorgon, I think, that I didn't realize it for other weapons. That it is reload speed. Reload speed makes you transform into the incarnate form faster, so make sure to get that if you're going to be switching a lot. The Angstrom is kind of, it's the same thing. It's an explosive weapon. You don't kill with explosive weapons without armor strip, especially if they're secondary. There's no hunter munition for secondaries, so it's pretty bad. But for the Angstrom, you need to prime enemies. You do need to prime enemies, or you're probably not going to deal any damage. Other than that, there's a good interaction that I showed on the video. Yeah, prime an armor strip and you're done. There's another interaction that I showed you guys on the itself, the video. God damn it, it's doing so much damage now, and when I was using on the game, it felt like I was shooting paper balls at the enemies. What the F? But yeah. There is an interaction with Zara's Whisper, with Void Procs, which a single fireball is able to hit one enemy more than once. Or twice, because after that it's probably just gonna explode. Now it just occurred to me something. Let's try punch through. Punch through. Is this the only punch through? I don't have the space. Let me take out the Bane Grenier and just try this out, just to see if it's gonna, if it goes through another enemy or not. No. 2 hits and it's done. That's it. There's nothing extra. So yeah. For me, all of them, sadly, they suck. But still, I was already a fan of Gammacor before, so I'm gonna keep using that. But as for the others, nope. Nope. If they show up on the circuit, then yeah. But if not, nah, there's not a chance I'm gonna be using those for anything. And I'm missing a Bane Grenier. Not even Grenier. Gonna put corrupted already, because I'm not gonna be using this for real. Yeah. These are my thoughts on this week incarnates, and it's sad to see. These weapons could be so much better. No, I didn't even mention the headshots on like the Boar incarnon or anything like that, but or even with the Angstrom, which I don't even know if you can get headshots. Maybe you can only get headshots if you use Arthuss Whisper and prime the head with a Void proc. But it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad to see this. And I'm actually glad they allow us to buy this, because I would be so pissed if I had to farm for, who knows, if we get all the times together to get the paddles clamps and to do the circuit, farm for over 10 hours, maybe, to get these, I would be super mad. I'm glad I just bought them, to be honest. Yeah, let me know what you think about them in the comments below. Leave it a like, subscribe. Peace.
Till next time, friend.